Clearing a room sounds simple. You walk in, you check corners, you're done. But in reality, it's one of the most dangerous things you can do. Because the moment you step into that space, you don't know what's inside. You're exposed, you're guessing, and small mistakes matter a lot. What's interesting is that same thinking doesn't just apply to a room. It applies to bigger situations. Like clearing a building, okay? Clearing a city, clearing the battlefield, even a war. Kia ora, no mai ki te haerenga. Welcome back to the Fleeing Ignorance podcast. Today we're talking about clearing a room and what that teaches us about conflicts and how they actually work. The biggest mistake people make is thinking it's about speed. It's not. It's about control. When you enter a room, you're dealing with unknowns. You don't know who's inside, where they are, and what they're going to do. So your job isn't to rush in, it's to reduce those unknowns. That's where the key ideas come in. Control space. You don't just walk in, you take control of sections, piece by piece. Limit unknowns. Every moment should reveal more information, and those two ideas work together and bounce back and forth. Right, a perfect example is pieing. When you're coming up to the door and you slowly section it off the room, and you come around and you limit as much unknowns as possible. And once you've pied around the whole doorway, right, the only places that you can't see is just those two spots on the inside, right? Your two red areas. That's those two corners directly to your side of the room as you're looking at it coming from the outside. Communication. If you're not alone, this is everything. People need to know where you are, what you're seeing, what's happening. Angles matter. You're not just moving forward, you're managing lines of sight. This is where the mindset clicks. It's not about speed, it's about control. Now zoom that out. A room becomes a building becomes a city becomes a country. And suddenly you're not clearing a room anymore, you're managing a conflict. The same principles show up, just in bigger scale. Intelligence is like checking corners. Before anything happens, information is gathered. Where are the threats? What's the environment? If you don't know, you're guessing. Slow progress beats rushing. Rushing into unknown territory is how things go wrong. Careful, controlled movement wins over time. Coordination matters. Just like in a room, different units need to work together. If they don't, things break down quickly. Mistakes escalate. In a room, a mistake is immediate. In a war, a mistake can grow. One wrong move leads to bigger consequences. So whether it's a room or a war, you're doing the same thing, managing uncertainty. You're trying to understand what you don't know while reducing risk. Most people think conflict is about aggression, but a lot of the time it's about control. Understanding the space, limiting the unknowns, making better decisions. If we're going to flee ignorance, we've got to understand how these things actually work. Hey, ko ora. I'll see you in the next one.